All right, just going to make a video showing how to make one of the other difficult parts in Fusion 360. I did the first part in Inventor. Fusion 360 works pretty much the same way. I'm going to show the other more difficult part, this one here, so the full process in Fusion 360. So, all right, let's go. So I've got Fusion 360 open in the background here, just an untitled document, so let's check the units on that drawing really quick. So it appears to be inches, so that's good. We don't have to change that. For this one, no, not that one. This one, you want to change the units to millimeters. You can do that just by changing the units right here. But for this one, this is going to be inches. So let's get a plan going here. I'm going to draw this L shape first. So it appears to be 5 inches long, 1.5 inches down, and about a 1/2 inch thick. All right, so let's go ahead, start a sketch. I'm going to start on this plane here. I'm just going to start with the lines, 5 inches, so type it in. Okay, another line. It's going to be 1.5 inches. It's snapping every 10th. I'll go back and mention that in a second. Each of these grids, each of these squares is 1/10 of an inch, but I do just want to make sure really quick that that's indeed 0.50. Yep, that looks good. Make sure this is indeed 1.50. That looks good. And then also, let me just move this over a little bit. All right, then I also just want to quick make sure this is 1.5. All right, looks good. So the snapping works. All right, so then, I don't know why it's insistent on moving up there. I'm going to extrude this. And let's go look at the drawing. This is 3 inches wide. Cool. Oops. So 3.0, enter. All right, so there's our basic part. Why don't I go ahead and fillet these two corners here, see what the radius is on that. What did I do? Did I close it? What a jabroni. Oh no, there it is, just the wrong window. The radius of that is 0.5, so that's going to be a 0.5 inch fillet on the corners. All right, so fillet is under modify right here, not fillet. That's a French word. This is fillet, which is I'm going to select both the edges first and change the size. Fillet is an English word, which is the tool in machine language to round the edges of something. All right. I don't know. What do we want to do next? Some of the holes, or do we want to make that angle part first? Let's go ahead and make this angle part first. So this we're going to have to make a plane to be able to do. All right. 45 degrees plane. We'll sketch this shape and we'll extrude it down to here. And then we'll put a hole through it all. All right. One thing we can't see is if that is indeed a through hole or not. We'll see what looks best. That's one issue with this. It doesn't tell us how deep to make that hole. So let's go ahead and keep clicking the wrong thing. Add a work plane, tangent to this edge. So you go to construct. We're going to do a plane at an angle. Plane at an angle. Select that edge and we set the angle to 45 degrees. All right. Very similar in Autodesk Inventor. It's under the not construct, but under, let me bring that up. open inventor in the background. Anyhow, I'll show you that in a second. So there's a work plane. Now we can start a sketch on that work plane. Now, you do not want to click any of these view changes right now because it'll really mess you up. You really have to, all right, let me just open a new part really quick to show you that. You really want to make sure you stay in this. So I'm going to draw a basic rectangle here, and then I'm going to go back and check the dimensions. All right. Really want to stay in this plane is what I'm trying to say. All right. So it looks like it's got to be 2 inches tall. We're going to add a circle to the top and trim 2 inches tall, and well, it appears to be 2 inches wide. Oh, yeah, this circle is a radius of 1, which means its diameter is 2. All right. So let's go back. Dimension this to be square, basically, right? 2.0, 2.0, and from here, it's not letting me dimension to that. So what we want to do here is project some geometry. All right, so now I got to remember how to do that in here. I'll project right here. I'm project this line into this, and I actually want to lock that line. All right, so the line was selected and I locked it. So I don't want that line to move because I want a dimension off of it. But I'm going to make sure that line, that should be 0.5, doesn't move. So that shifts everything. It should be centered now. All right, so now I got to draw a circle here. Snap it to there. I'm going to trim, if it lets me, this stuff off. Finish sketch. Get to the home view. This sketch, it's going to go away in a second. That line is just a line there so that I could center that sketch. So now I'm going to extrude, and I'm going to extrude it to that face. What that does is it'll make that material go until it hits that surface. It does a really nice job, you know. That's the way to go about doing that. Extrude to. Same thing in Inventor. So one thing I wanted to show you here, when you want to make a plane, it's under Work Features, and it'll be plane angled around an edge, right? So that's very similar when you get to that point. All right, looks good. Hit OK, and that's where we're at. Now we just have to add the holes. I'm going to create a sketch here, add a couple points, create point. I wish that was one of the main things there. I'm just going to put 2 points in here for now. I'll dimension their location in a second. Let's figure out where they're supposed to be. 2 inches apart, 1/2 inch off the side, and 1 inch off the top. Okay. So I'll go back to Fusion. The dimension, so I'm going to dimension their location, 2 inches apart. All right, and then 1 inch off the top. Oh boy. So now it's getting weird. It's trying to like tilt things here. I don't know why that would be. Very bizarre. I'm going to continue dimensioning though, and hopefully it'll work itself out. We want this to be oh great. I don't know. I might start this dimension over. Let me go back and see what happened. I place those points. Something happened. Point. All right. Let me get them in the right spot first this way. 0.5, 0.5, 1. Some sort of constraint popped up when I just tried that last time. That must have not been. Oh, what's going on here? I want that showing. There we go, it disappeared. All right, finish sketch. I'm actually going to add points up on this one as well while I'm at it because they're the same size point holes, I think. Yeah, where 4x 0.5, so they're all 0.5. So if I add these points now as well, this will be perfect. Then I can do them all at once. So create point right there, right there. Let me check their actual location. Enter. They are 1/2 inch over and a 1/2 inch back. So those are going to be in the right spot already. The snapping feature really makes things nice when it's something nice and geometric. All right, 0.5, sanity check. Just sanity check to make sure they're in the right spot. 0.5, great. That one's going to be right too. Finish sketch. We got the 4 points shown here. We're going to do a hole. Oh boy, those holes are huge. All right, so let's figure out what kind of hole they need to be. Just a nice hole through all, and the diameter, 5 is it? No, 0.5. Let me just double check. 0.5. Now, I still want to get these points too, but it's not letting me do that. Oh well. All right, so thought I could do them all at once, but I guess not. There we go. There's that. All right, so final thing here, sketch on this face. Create point right in the center of that circle. Why is it not let me go in the center of that circle? Let me dimension that. That's interesting. Delete that point. Let me make that sketch visible. Let me go into this sketch. Yeah, see, that's the point right there. Why wasn't it? That's weird. All right, so I'm going to put a point on the center of this circle now. There it is. Finish sketch. I'm going to make sketch 2 invisible. Sorry, sketch 5 invisible. Sketch 2 needs to be visible. Do a hole. That point, and the size is 0.75. Now we have no clue what the bottom of this hole is supposed to look like. I'm gonna make it flat. Distance, I think I'm gonna say 2 this surface. Hit OK. And what that will do is it makes it go, it's a little bit hard to see, but it makes it go down to that surface and stop at it. So you can do a hole to a surface just like we did that extrusion. I'm just going to turn off the visibility of that sketch, and there it is. Take your screenshot, save it. I'm going to save this part 5. Replication part 5. So do a new project. Part replication. Making it. Part replication. Part 5. Save. All right. And then I'll show you later on how to make a mechanical drawing. So it's basically the same procedure. Same procedure for in Autodesk Inventor, just a little bit different. You know, looks good. All right, take it easy.